Today, we are in New York City in Manhattan's financial district. Please join me as we check out a little cocktail bar called Split Eights. I'm going to show you the space and check out the menu, and we're going to try a few cocktails. We will see if this is indeed an underrated gem and worth you giving a try. Hello guys, and welcome to the channel. Now, as I said in the intro, we are in the financial district checking out Split Eights. To give you a little history on Split Eights, they were opened back during the pandemic in 2020, and they were only open a few months and then they closed, like many businesses, regrouped, and officially opened in April 2021. And they've been open ever since as a coffee shop during the day and then a cocktail bar at night. It also looks like, looking at their bio, one of the owners was a bartender at PDT, and he has a nice lineage of some other good cocktail bars as well. So of course, we are looking forward to checking out their drinks. But first, let's take a look at what people are saying about them, and for that we will go over to Yelp and Google. So here we are on Yelp, and as you can see, they have 4.5 stars out of 57 reviews, so that's pretty good. Now, I have it set to newest first, and as we scroll down here, we can see the breakdown of the ratings. Very nice there. This one person has only 3 stars. However, they mentioned basically they enjoyed it, but they didn't appreciate the mini ice balls, and I think they mean Pebble Ice there. And they also felt there wasn't enough booze. But they kind of call into question their whole review when they refer to Pebble Ice as mini ice balls, so let's be honest. But that was the issue they had. Now, as we scroll down, we see a lot of 5-star reviews. People are mentioning they really enjoyed the drinks, and they also really like the atmosphere. So overall, very positive reviews here on Yelp. Now, we're going to switch over to Google, and on Google, we can see that they have 4.4 stars out of 179 reviews, so almost as good. And of course, the very first one's 5 stars. Now, some of these are for the coffee shop, but also a lot are for the cocktails. And there's similar positive reviews as there are on Yelp. They like the drinks, they like the atmosphere. And as you can see, I have to scroll quite a bit down to finally get that first 1-star review. And it's not even trustworthy because there's no comment and this person only has 1 review. So I always discount reviews like that. Now, this one is trustworthy, and they mentioned that in general they like the cocktails. However, the bartender wasn't very friendly. Well, let's see for ourselves if these are true and head over to Split Eights. So I really like the setup of the menu here. You have old, new, and borrowed. So basically the classics, then their own creations, and of course ones they borrow from other bars. Now I'm looking at the Big Trouble here. It really looks good. Some of the others look good as well, such as Paid Vacation, which has tequila and mezcal. But Big Trouble really catches my eye because of that whiskey and Islay Scotch. Of course, a few others look interesting, such as the Dubadro. I hope I'm pronouncing that right, but they look good. So I'm going to order my first drink, and while they make it, let's take a look around the space. So wow, this is a really unique drink. Wasn't entirely what I was expecting. The Islay Scotch, that smokiness combined with the curry, which is very present, gives it almost this sweet barbecue like flavor in there, which is really interesting. Now, I will say, personally, I'm enjoying it. However, the curry is very present, as is the smoke. So if you don't like that kind of flavor, then this may not be a drink for you. But for me, while I have to be in the mood for it, I do like it. It's very unique, so I am enjoying that. Now, I also appreciate the fact that they use the metal straw here. That's a very nice touch, and I really like it when I see a cocktail bar do that. Their ice program also appears to be very much on point. They're using the big clear cube of ice, as you saw earlier, and they also have the nice pebble ice. The only minor gripe I might have is that they don't use the long clear spears of ice. As you can see there, they just use the cubes for their tall drinks. I like those long spears for the tall drinks. But other than that, this drink is definitely delicious and I'm enjoying it. But I'm almost finished, so I think I'm about ready for my next one. So this is a really good drink. It has notes of wildflower honey, which I didn't really expect. I think the combination, as you can see when you look at the menu, of the Dubonnet, the Fernet Branca, and the elderflower, I think instead of just elderflower or Fernet, I think they all combined to give it that flavor. But either way, it's a really unique. Now it is a little more bitter than I expected. It is a PDT drink. I believe it was created by Jim Meehan, and overall it's really quite delicious. I definitely recommend trying it if you come here, if it's still on the menu. Although, I will say the bartender mentioned that a lot of their drinks they still make, even once they take them off the menu, so you can still request it. But I do recommend giving this a try. Like I said, you have to like a bitter flavor because there is a bit more bitterness to it than I expected, but overall it's really quite delicious. Well, it looks like we're almost finished, so time to pay up the check and head out. Now, speaking of the check, the drinks are pretty reasonably priced here, especially for the location in the financial district. This location can be quite expensive. Now, I'm going to save that butter scotch flip for next time. I really wanted to try it. However, I wanted to stick to 2 drinks tonight, so that's what I'll do. So let's pay up and head out, and then we will do our final thoughts on this bar. Well, it's time to hit the train, and as we walk to the 2-3 chain, I'll give you my final thoughts on this spot. Now, overall, I really enjoyed it. It's definitely a really good cocktail bar. We already talked about the drinks and the price, so let's address the service. Now, everything I saw in the negative reviews, I did not experience myself. Everybody was friendly and attentive. They answered all my questions and seemed really knowledgeable. So the service was good. The ambience was also good. It was a little bit modern, but also cozy, as was mentioned in the reviews, and I enjoyed that. Now, the wait time. This is very important, especially in New York City, and especially if you're visiting and have limited time. Well, that was good. I didn't have to wait at all. Now, it is a Thursday night, but even on the weekend, they told me there that they don't get so crowded that there's a very long wait. And this is important because some bars in the city have an hour wait or more. So when I review places and when I recommend places, I weigh the wait time versus the quality of the drinks. And very few cocktail bars in the city are worth it for you to wait an hour or two. There are just too many bars in the city that make an excellent drink and have a lower wait time to justify that. Now, there are a few, don't get me wrong, especially ones that might let you put your name down and then text you when your seats are open. This can allow you to maybe chill at another bar while you wait. However, the majority are not. So I definitely expect more from the drinks of a bar that makes me wait an hour or two. Now, the location is also good as well. It is right around 3 different train lines, the 2-3 train, the 6 train, and the JZ train. Also, of course, you can grab an Uber or Lyft easily as well. Then finally, it doesn't have a great food selection. There are a few little bites, but I don't hold that against any place I'm reviewing. I am reviewing cocktail lounges here, not restaurants, so while that can be extra credit, it's not a negative for me. So overall, this is a place you should visit, especially if you're visiting the financial district. I recommend it, and that concludes my review. So thank you for joining me for this adventure. Please click like and subscribe so you can join me again on our channel, Boozy Explorers.